Ma'am,
Yes, Shyam.
ma'am, I am facing problem. Can I present my screen? Can you help me with? Can you help to fix my problem, please?
Yes, present your screen.
Yeah, ma'am.
But if it takes much of our time, then we would like to postpone it. Okay, we can
Yeah,
take
ma'am.
it after this session.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, it is getting presented. Yeah, done.
Ma'am, as I have done all the things as you said before,
Hmm.
but it's not working right now. Let's see.
Uh,
It
Kernel
should.
mode has been loaded successfully. Kernel module. Okay. This is happening. Do one thing. Make a new instance in front of me.
Okay.
Let's see if the problem is with this instance or with all the instances. Because sometimes in some of the students did face one issue where they had to give some system permissions.
Let's see,
It
ma'am.
was reported to me, but later on they only uh,
I'm in that virtual hard disk or virtual hard disk image.
no disk image.
Okay.
Double click on it. No, no, don't go to settings. Double click on it.
Same problem, ma'am.
Kernel module. I think you are supposed to give permission to the BIOS. Just
Okay, ma'am. We'll do it later after lecture.
okay. Yours is the query regarding kernel module not enabled, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty much in the favor that you must or you might have to give some permissions in your system itself. Because this
Okay,
was
ma'am.
the problem faced by two other students in other class, and they did ask me and I told them to give permissions, and later on they did report back to me that they have done it.
Okay, I will see. I will see, ma'am.
Okay, I'll suggest you some ways, and you can try them out. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
fine. Okay, let me just check one thing. Okay, fine. I'm presenting you my screen here. Okay, can you see my screen, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Students, see, you were supposed to be ready with your terminals, your Linux terminals. By chance, you are not ready, okay, or by chance, due to some errors, you are not able to perform in your own system. Then I told you about an online terminal called REPL, okay. What you need to write in your browser, REPL terminal for Linux, okay. If you just write REPL, it will come up for Node.js. So write this full sentence, REPL terminal for Linux. When you go on this first link, it will tell you to sign up, but you can use your Google IDs to open up your profile, to create your profile. Okay, and you can select Bash there in the languages of your interest. This is what the console is, okay? There will be one shell, all right? You can use this shell also, and there is one console output. So we are going to use this shell, all right? That is for online terminal. Webminal, I told you in the last session. I am introducing one more terminal called REPL here. It looks something like this. Fine. You have to work here on this space, and the output will be here shown to you. And when you select this shell command here, then the workspace is this only. Okay. For example, I'm typing one command, shell command of uname, and then I say run. Okay, it is going to show me Linux here, or you can give an enter here and see that is the output. So you will do your coding this side only when you are doing it in shell. Okay, coming back to your virtual boxes, see if you have created this much but did not load an OS, okay, then it will ask you to load an OS. Okay, right now it is showing me one error also. Medium not found. Okay, that disk file is gone. If these things are clear till here, okay, and you did not mount OS, then you don't have to do anything complicated. All right, just go and select your disk file, and it will mount the OS automatically. This is my disk file.
Ma'am,
Yes, Rohan.
ma'am, could you paste the link of that REPL in the chat box?
Yeah. Though I'm logged in here, so it will take a little bit of time, okay, because the virtual box has started. And directly from the browser, I don't think I can share it, but let's see. It's okay, Dhrutik. I don't mind. As far as you can see your terminal, you can work on your terminal, it's fine. Okay, by the time this gets loaded, I'll tell you what we are going to do in this lab. This is your practical 2 lab. Okay, we are starting with your practical number 2. I will give you instructions regarding your practical 1, how to submit that when we are in class, whenever we are meeting next time. Okay. Uh, Regarding this practical number 2 is the basic commands of your Linux. Okay, and here we are going to see what are some basic commands of your Linux. All right. Now, there is one word format that you are supposed to build. See, these are the list of 47 basic Linux commands. Okay, out of which you have to explain any 25 with some options. Okay, there are you can say a privilege of options with each commands. What are those options? I'll tell you. Okay, but out of these 47, a few of them, not all, a few of them, I will perform for you. Okay, I will explain you what is what command. All right. What you have to do is in this practical, you have to select any 25 out of this. You can use your online help. All right, and you have to prepare one Word document. What is the form? Please be precise with me regarding the formatting. Okay, I will not allow any student submitting me the practical in any format of their choice. No, that's like I will mention the formattings in each and every practical. Okay, so your practical 2 is study the basic commands of your Linux. The title you need to keep Times New Roman 16 size. Subtitle again Times New Roman 14 size. Next, which you're supposed to write. Okay, that is to be in Times New Roman 12. Alignment for each text should be justified. Okay, they should not be just left aligned. They should be justified. If sorry, not if, there will be images for command. Okay, image should be right, and your footer name. Okay, the footer should your don't do any enrollment number, name number. Hello, now is it okay?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, do you have any practicals like examples so that we can see we are not getting clearly from this format?
Show you that, Ayush. I'm waiting for my system to initialize.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
This and tell. Okay, please wait. I'm switching over my network. Is my screen visible to you guys?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just be patient for a little while, okay? Because my virtual box is also running. It made my PC slow, and switching between the network is taking a little bit of time. Like from LAN to Wi-Fi, I'm going now. So just wait for 2-3 minutes. Okay, let me just kill the task. It is taking too much of my time. Okay, by the time my system is back up again, you just listen to me carefully. The instructions regarding how you are going to prepare your Word file. Okay. See, you don't have to write in this practical too. I don't want any handwritten assignment kind of practical submission for this practical. Okay. I will upload this Word document itself in your e-content by the end of the today. Fine. You guys download that, read the instructions for formatting carefully. All right. And you have to select any 25 out of it. Now, the choice will be yours. I'll show you in a moment of a time that how you're going to execute and what are the, you can say, commands and all. Okay. And after you get to know what you are supposed to do, suppose you are executing, let's say, command X. Okay. The name of the command is X. As such, you guys are not aware of what is command and all. So I'm taking it as command X. So when you execute that command X, whatever the result that you get on your terminals, okay, take a screenshot of that. Take a screenshot of that. Now, what I want is you need to keep that screenshot along with the description. Okay, along with the description, you need to keep that screenshot. Okay, and the system is up. I'll be joining from the laptop again. Just wait. Hello, you guys able to hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'll present you my screen again. Okay, this time for this instance, I'll work with this REPL. Okay. Though in the rest of the batches, I did show them using my Linux terminal, but somehow it is crashing my browser here. So that's why it is making my system slow also, and my browser is also crashing again and again. So the only difference that is going to make is that some of the commands like your if config, okay, which is to know the IP address of your system, that is not going to work here in my system. If you are using those VirtualBox terminal, then in your system it is going to work, okay, but here online that particular command won't work. Okay. Even I guess the ls command and directory commands, I guess it is not going to work here. Let's see what are those. Let us see. Okay, now see, if you go with this REPL, okay, uh, fine, just let me clear this out. Okay, you guys are able to see my screen clearly what I'm writing in this shell.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Okay. So we'll start with the basic, very basic command, that is to know your system. Ideally, when you are working with your Windows, what you go to the control panel and you open that system and you get all the information about the system, that it is a Windows 10 or 8.1 system, 64-bit, so and so, right? So that same thing can be done into your shell scripting also, okay, or in your terminal itself. The command name is uname, okay. The command name is uname, and when you press enter, it is going to show you the name of your system, okay, system name. That is what it is going to show. Now, let's say when I'm explaining this, okay, Jeet told me that, Madam, this much of information is not sufficient for me. I want more information on this. So you can give, or say you can provide Jeet more information by using some options. So what is those options? You see, I have written here in this document that explain any 25 commands with at least 3 options in each. Okay, so what are those options? That is what I'm going to explain you. Suppose my command is uname. And yeah, be very careful regarding the case sensitivity and the spellings. Okay, uname space dash r. R is the option type. Okay, R is option type. Now, what does this R stands for? This R stands for recursive details. That means it is a little bit of details, more details about the name of the system Linux. Okay, so when you press enter, it is going to show you the recursive details. That means, see, it is the version and the type it is showing. Some of you might be getting version dash instead of GCP, you might be getting generic. Okay, so that is your system's recursive information. Now let's say I give Jeet what he wanted, like he wanted more information about Linux, but Manav came and told that no madam, we want more. Okay, I want all the information about the system. Then we will use one more option here, option to show all the information. So again write the same command, uname space dash a. Okay, when you do this, uname space dash a, when you do this, okay, and you press enter, it is going to give you all the information of the system. Okay, it is going to give you all the information about the system, that it is a Linux system. It was installed first when it was at June 2315 at so and so time. Okay, it is a 64-bit GNU Linux system. Everything about the system will be shown. So that is with option dash A. Now some of you will think that okay, this is just two options. We have three options to deal with, right? Then how are we going to know that which option is now available more for this command? Now it is a kind of help that you need, right? So this bash, or say this shell scripting, has a command called man. Okay, man, man. Man stands for manual. Man does not stand for any mail feature. Okay, man stands for manual. Okay, so when you write man is a command name, man space command for which you want. So suppose, what does my uname do? If I want to ask, okay, what does my uname do? So you write man, man space your command name, and you press enter. Okay, so it will say no manual entry for uname. Okay, I don't know if it is working for no, it is working inside your terminal, but because this is online, let me check for directory. Man, mkdir. Okay, this man command is not working here, but it is going to work in your virtual box. Okay, man command is for manual. Okay, and it is going to show you the list of commands. Okay, just wait, maybe I can
Ma'am,
show you. Yes,
it's work. It's working on terminal.
yes, it will work for your in your virtual box, because there it is going to be there, but because right now my terminal is not working, so let me see if I have any previous lab video here with me. Just for that man command I can show you. Okay, by the time this gets loaded, let's move further. For that man command, I'll just have a look if I have any previous batch labs video, if I have any downloaded then. Okay, so there is one man command, there is one uname command, two commands. Okay, now here, these are the name of the commands. Okay, these red ones which you can see right now on your screen are the name of the commands. Okay, the one is here echo. Echo is for just printing. Okay, if you write here echo space double quotes, if I write here as, let's say, Rohan, attention here. Okay, or fine, I know Rohan is attentive here, but okay, it is just a random sentence. So that sentence will get printed. It does nothing but prints the statements. Okay, so that is your echo command. All right. Now we saw what is your system name. Okay, how can you know your system name, system information? We saw how you can take help, that is through man command, though here it is not working. Okay, but it is going to work definitely in your terminals. Okay, then we saw if we want to print a line, that is echo. All right, now let's say I want to see what are the list of directories. Okay, list of directories. Let's see if ls works here. Yes, ls does work here. It is showing me my one file, that is main.sh. See, if I add one file, let's add one file, td2.sh. Okay, let's add one more. I'll take one of your names. Please do not mind. I'm just taking any random student name. Utsav dot sh. Okay, and one more. I'll take one file. Mm, let's say Vasu dot sh. Okay, so these are my files in my current directory, these many files. Let's see if I'm getting all those files again along with my main.sh. Okay, so the list of files, ls stands for list. Okay, so whenever you want to know what are your files listed in the directories, right now what is the thing that it is in front of your eyes, so you can verify that okay, there are 4 files on my left hand side column, so here also there are going to be 4 files. Okay, so it is correct. But in real time, when you are working with some another unknown resources, so it is better to first of all go and execute your uname. Okay, to know about what system you are working with. Okay, and then you can go and check for the list of files which are present in your terminal. Okay, so when you do ls, it is going to give you all the present list of files. Okay, now let's say you want to make one directory, your own directory. Okay, right now you will be in the root directory. Okay, now you want to make your own directory. So to make that directory, you have command called cd. Okay, cd command is for catch directory. Okay, cd command is for catch directory. When you want to make one new directory, all right, you write cd space the directory name. Let's say the directory name, I am taking it as Dhrutik. Okay, fine, and press enter. So it is here it is going to tell me that no such file or directory. It is, that means it's not working here in this online terminal. But if you try it in your terminals, it is going to work. cd, okay, and directory name. You try it out, you guys. So it is going to work, cd space the directory name which you want to make. Okay, yes, I guess it is Deepak. Okay, Dhrutik is there. Yeah, please.
Hello, ma'am.
Hassan, just wait, please.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Dhrutik. No, it will be cd command is for directory. I mean, like to go inside a directory. What am I saying? You do ls. You do ls. Okay, I do have one video. So what is the list that you can, Dhrutik, can you present your screen? I can show this cd command using your screen then. Students, kindly pardon me for this lab because my terminal is not working. It is not going in a very efficient way. Dhrutika, are you presenting your screen?
saying Firefox not allowed to permanent access to your screen.
Just wait. Now you try it out. Yes, Vivek, MKD, I know MKDIR is the command. That's why I said that please pardon me, because this REPL, I am, using that interface today for the first time because my terminal is not working. Okay, everybody can see the screen that Dhrutik is presenting. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, now see, if you observe his screen, he has done ls command. Okay, so with that ls command,
Root ID. I am in root folder.
yeah, I know, Dhrutik, I know that. बस अपनी स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट करते रहना, ठीक है, अभी के लिए, जब तक मैं ना बोलूं तब तक. Okay. See, when he has done ls, then all the directories which are there. Now, how do you know that you are in the root directory or the user directory? Okay. When you can say right now he's in the root directory. Okay. So desktop, documents, download, music, pictures, public templates, videos, everything is there. Fine. If he comes into the users directory, that means use Dhrutik, type cd space
CD space.
cd space, go to desktop, capital D, T, not L. Okay, press enter. Desktop. Why it is saying no? Okay, you just came out of, do ls. Okay. See, there is only one file. Okay, that is snap, right? There is no directory called desktop, so that's why it gave you no such file or directory. Okay. Now, Dhrutik, go to your directory, home directory.
Which command should I type? Home.
You did sudo s and okay. Go inside the snap, cd snap. It is s, right? Your screen is not fully visible. I guess it is snap.
Yes.
Okay. Press enter.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, there is one difference. Kindly look at the command where he has given cd snap. There is one tilde sign. Okay, you must be showing one tilde or say one curve sign that is generally present in your keyboard above your tab key. Okay, that is tilde sign. So when you can see that it is tilde and hash, that means you are in the root directory. How you will identify that which directory you are in? That is what I am trying to tell you. If it is tilde and hash, that means you are dealing with root directories. Okay. But once you go inside any another directory, say user directory, that sign is changed to tilde and forward slash. You see that snap is written, it is tilde and forward slash. So that is what your users directory. Okay. Clear the difference? How you will come to know that whether you are in the root directory or the user directory? When you are in root directory, the sign before you give any command will be tilde and hash. Okay. And when you come inside any user directory using cd command is to move inside or outside your directories. Okay. So cd is catch directories. So cd command moves inside and outside, moving. Say you can say jumping. You can understand it by in a way like going back and coming out. right? So that is your cd command, cd snap. So what you did, you went inside the directory called snap. Okay, fine, clear till here everybody? Okay, fine. Now let's say you want to make one file here. Okay, or let's say first we make one directory, a directory inside a directory. So in a way, a folder inside a folder. Okay, so to do that, you are going to use the command called mkdir. Dhrutik, can you write mkdir? Mkdir. So that is what? Make directory. Mk for make, dir for directory. Okay, so make directory. Now give space and give any directory name of your choice. Write demo. Don't write just D. Write demo. Okay. Press enter. Okay. Now you do cd demo space demo. Press enter. Okay. So now see, you are in the folder inside a folder. You made one directory snap. There was a directory called snap. Inside that, no Hassan, that is for file creation. Then you make demo directory, right? And when you went inside using cd command, it is showing you that snap /demo. Okay, so that was your cd command. If you want to come out of this demo folder, okay, then you can use Dhrutik, you write cd space dot dot, 2 dots, and enter. So you are going to come out of the directory. Okay, cd command and directory name to go inside the directory, and when you want to come out one directory out, okay, then use cd dot dot space dot dot. Okay, so that was your cd command. All right, now we dealt with directories. Let's deal with files now. Okay, if I want to make any file, okay, then I am going to use cat command. Okay, I'm going to use what? Cat command. Okay, so Dhrutik, write cat space greater than sign. This is the syntax, okay, of how to write that command. Greater than sign. That is less than sign. Greater than sign and name of the file. Let's say Dhrutik. Write the name Dhrutik. Okay, and you press enter. So it will take you to one blank line. This blank line is asking you to write content inside this file Dhrutik. Okay, so Dhrutik, write 2 sentences about yourself. One, 2 sentences, 2 words nahi. लिखो. Okay, that is the dilemma. Okay, right. I belong to class 4 TD1, TD2. Okay, now once this is written students, okay, you have written the text, press Ctrl D to append this content, Ctrl D. Okay, so that means you appended this content. Fine, and then you press Ctrl Z. Okay, so you can see that in a demo folder a file named Drutik will be created, and when you open that file, okay, it is going to say hello, hello me, I belong to class TD1. Drutik, you can go to the folders of your system. Okay, snap inside that demo folder, and inside that you can find your Drutik, a file named Drutik.
Ma'am, I can't find Snap.
Uh, Go to your search. There is one search there.
No, I can't find Snap.
Actually, I cannot see anything apart from your terminal. That's why.
Wait. Ma'am, screen is visible.
Yes. Yes, yes. Go search for demo folder. Demo is also not there. Snap is also not there. Then where did these two directories just
Can
got created then?
can I speak?
Yes, Kushant.
Ma'am, can you tell them the Pratik to refresh on that other location plus icon there?
What? What?
Then computer drive first.
Okay.
There you can see the snap folder.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Thank you, Kushant.
Welcome,
Uh,
ma'am.
but dear, again, your directory is not there.
Yeah.
There should be a directory called Drutik. You have one file. Yes, Hardik, you'll be having one file, and that file will be having that content.
No. No.
He created a hidden folder. Is that so, Drutik?
Don't. I didn't create hidden folder, but I created in root folder. Got it, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
When you open that file, it will be having that same content.
Got it. Got it.
Okay?
Visible?
Fine. Go back to your terminal now. Yes, yes, it is visible. Go back to your terminal now. Okay, so that was your cat command to create one file. Let's, Drutik, create one more file, cat. Right, cat. Space, greater than sign, class, enter. Dhrutik belongs to, write the sentence. Dhrutik belongs to C batch of TD2, or sorry, TD1. Press Ctrl D, Ctrl Z. Okay. Now we created one more file in the same manner as we created the one file previously. We created the second file. It will be there in your directory. Okay. Now let's say we want to merge the content of this file, of these two files, and make a new third file. Okay. What we want to do is we want to merge the content of the two files and want to append those content into third file. So again, cat command is going to be used. Okay. Again, you are going to use cat. Dhrutik, write cat space. No greater than sign. Remove it first. You are going to write first of all the file names which you want to merge. Okay. So let's say Dhrutik. Write Dhrutik, same as you have written, given the file name. That was your file number 1. Now space. Now you write this file number 2, that is class. Okay. Give again space. Give space again. Yes. Now you write the name of the third file. Now this third file is getting created new. So you will use now the greater than sign. Previously, you are not going to use the greater than sign. Okay. Why? Because those files are existing. Now I'm creating one new file that is called merged. So you are using that greater than sign. Now give enter. Now you can check out in your folders. There will be one new third file with the contents of the first two files. And the contents are merged, Dhrutik. Okay, Hardik. Yes, okay, Utsav. Okay, the contents will be merged. Hello me, I belong to the class TD1. Dhrutik belongs to C batch of TD1. Okay. Dhrutik, go back to the terminal. Fine. Now see, you can use man command also if you want to see the options, right? So Dhrutik, write man, M-A-N, man, space, cat, C-A-T, and press enter. So see, this man is nothing but a manual, okay? Manual of the commands which you want to implement. So let's suppose you say that there is one command called grep, G-R-E-P, but you don't know what does that command is for. Or say this cat, though you are now aware what is this cat command for. Okay, so what does it stands for? Concatenate the files and print it on the standard output. Fine. So what are the options that you can go with cat? So cat dash a, if you do, and the file name, then it is going to show you all. Okay. Cat dash s, that is, it is going to suppress the empty output lines. So these are the options. Okay, with the man command. And when you press Q in the keyboard. So you are going to come back to your terminal. Okay, you are going to come back to your working space, that is your terminal. Fine. So that was your cat command. Okay, I showed you echo command also. Okay, now let's say you want to clear this all. Okay, you want to clear everything. So for that you have a command called clear, and when you press enter, it is going to clear out your terminal, all the operations that you have done. But somehow you failed to show me. All right, now you have to prove that you did all those commands. So how we are going to prove? With your history command. Okay, there is a command named history. So when you write history, spelling is wrong, so it is going to show you command not found. So history TORY, and when you press enter, it is going to show all the things, or say all the commands that you have executed so far. Wrong commands, right commands, everything. Okay, it is going to show this history. Fine, so that is your history command. Got it till here? Now, when I upload this document, Dhrutik, thank you for presenting. You can stop presenting. Thank you for helping me out this time. Now, see, I shall upload this Windows document. Let me just show you practical 2. Allow. Okay. Okay, these are the 47 basic commands. Now out of this, you have to do just 25. All right, and how you are going to write it, like how you are going to prepare this document. For example, you are going for read command. Okay, so command name. Okay, so read command. You are going to specify the purpose. Again, purpose should not be of a paragraph. Okay, just write this much. See how much I've written. Reads one line from standard input. Okay, along with that read, you have to give 3 options, that is -p, -r, -s. That much is sufficient. Okay, and you are going to explain what is -p, -r, and -s. That explanation you will get from man command. Okay, and after that, what you are going to do is you are going to take a snapshot of your terminal where you have implemented that command. Suppose you are writing about read command, then implement that read. Okay, and take that much of snapshot. Okay, and you have to place that snapshot here in the document. Got it? One sample, I will keep it for you in this particular document only. You don't have to write this many things. Okay, so do not worry. Okay, this much of things are not to be written. I will do one sample here for you guys. Okay, for your reference. And you have to make this word format using these formatting rules. Okay, strictly. And then you have to convert it into PDF. And when I ask you to upload in the Google Classroom, you are supposed to upload it into Google Classroom. Instructions clear to everybody?
So, ma'am, how many commands we have to do? Only 5?
No, 25 out of 47.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
You can practice all 47. Okay. You can practice them, but you have to make document for 25 commands only. Okay, Ayush, I hope it was your doubt, I think.
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, fine. Students of C batch, numbers in the chat, and you are free to leave the session. Thank you all for attending the session. Have a nice weekend. See you all next week.